Hello, in this short video I would like to demonstrate the first phase of the TemaTres customization project. For this phase, user access permissions were created to meet the needs of the UNLV Digital Collections Department. The website where you can find and test the customized user access levels is www.unlv.demeter-expertise.com. Later in the presentation, I will provide usernames and passwords for all the three user types, which you can use to log in and to explore the changes that have been implemented. Currently, TemaTres has three user access levels: Administrator, Metadata Manager, and Metadata Creator. At this time, the only way to manage the user access levels is through the database. Later in the slides there are detailed instructions which steps you need to take to manage the user access levels. First, I would like to discuss the administrator group user type. This was the original TemaTres admin user. No changes were applied to its permissions, and it has full access to all the tools provided by TemaTres. This is the username and the password you can use to log in and to test the system. Right now I'm going to use these credentials to demonstrate you. Administrator at unlv.edu with password user gives you the access to this first group of users. Like I said, this is the original TemaTres user group and the only group that has access to the database and the vocabulary configurations. The second group of users are metadata managers. They have limited access to the administration menu. They can manage user accounts, and they can perform term supervision. They can review, add, approve, reject, and delete terms. The username and the password you can use is right here. Manager@unlv.edu is the username and the password is user. Let me log out and I'll demonstrate you the changes. In the administration menu, the only option that the managers have is to manage the users. They can see all the users and all the terms that are entered by each user. They don't have access to the vocabulary configuration and they don't have access to the database. They can manage terms, add, delete, reject, and approve terms. When they want to add a term, it always by default is added in the system as a candidate term. If they want to remove the check mark of the candidate term, they can do so, but this means that the term will be automatically approved upon submitting it. The third level of users is metadata creators, and this is actually the most limited user type. It doesn't have any access to the administration menu. It doesn't have access to term management. They cannot approve, delete, or reject terms. They can only add new terms, and by default all the terms that are added are candidate terms and they don't have the option to change that. The username and the password are provided here, and let me quickly demonstrate you this user type creator. From the main menu, like you can see here, the administration option cannot be seen at all. They can view the candidate terms. that are waiting to be approved. They can add a term, and you can see the candidate term and the meta term cannot be seen by the metadata creator. Everything that they enter here is automatically sent in the system as a candidate term, and it has to be approved by a metadata manager or the administrator. One thing that I would like to show you is in the candidate terms. When they review a candidate term that they previously entered, the only option that they have in the Options tab is the Notes editor. They don't have access to any of the options that the managers have. They can only add additional notes or edit notes if it was previously added. Another change that I would like to show is in the approved terms. If we go to any approved term, we can see that the options menu here, this is the menu where they can reject or delete terms. If they were managers, it's not active for metadata creators. They can only use the Add tab where they can add additional notes or maybe a web resource. So to wrap it up, what's new in the TemaTres after this customization? The candidate terms, by default, the check mark for candidate terms is always on for all user types. Administrators and managers can uncheck it if they need to. Creators cannot see it at all. Creators have only access to Notes editor in the Options tab for candidate terms. They cannot approve the terms they enter. And also in the approved terms, metadata creators don't have any access to the options menu, which means that they cannot delete and they cannot reject any term that has been previously approved. One last thing that I would like to show you is the exact match, which is under web resource, and this is something that all the three groups of users can access it. So if we go to any approved term in the Ads tab, the web resource submenu, the link type is always by default exact match. This is where we put the URI of the Library of Congress terms. Lastly, this is a way for administrators to manage the user access levels. Like I previously said, they have to go into the database and actually put the right value for each of the user, 1, 2, or 3, which stands for administrator, metadata manager, or metadata creator. I will make a brief video how this can be made in 3 simple steps. Thank you for watching.